world's most recognized brands, yet recent results suggest that the company is at real crossroads. What is the single most important strategic question Starbucks faces right now?
Well, thank you for this question. Well, it's an easy one. It comes down to sequencing. So we have real growth opportunities, international expansion, store redesign, menu innovation, and digital investment. But the core question is, do you pursue all of them in parallel, or do you first rebuild and focus on the US business that everything else depends on? My position is clear. Fix the engine before accelerating, because the US is still our primary revenue base, and it is showing strength we cannot afford to ignore.
So, what specifically is going on in the US that justifies putting other priorities on hold?
So to answer this question, we are seeing a longer wait times, declining transaction volumes, customer satisfaction data that tells us the experience is not consistently meeting expectation. So Starbucks is a premium brand, as we all know, and premium brands live and die by consistency. When the experience does not match what customers are paying, that is directly a threat to our competitive positioning, not just an operational inconvenience.
You see, but critics would say that you're being too conservative. China is very dynamic. Luckin Coffee is scaling very fast on their price and speed, while Starbucks, if they were to slow down internationally to fix domestic operations, doesn't that risk losing ground on its most important growth market?
Sure, but Starbucks is not trying to beat Luckin at Luckin's game. We compete on experience, not price per unit. If we expand internationally, while our operational model is weakened, we export those weaknesses. And brand damage in one market affects perception everywhere. We can maintain an active international presence without a full acceleration. Getting the US market right is precisely what protects what Starbucks means globally.
So you're essentially asking the board for them to accept near-term growth in exchange for operational repair. But why should they trust that this won't become an indefinite delay on their part?
Because this plan is tied to defined milestones, customer satisfaction scores, service times, and retention in our highest volume stores. Those benchmarks unlock the next phase of growth investment. It is a sequenced plan, not an open-ended pause. And the financial case is direct. Improving US store throughput raises visit frequency, average ticket, and margin per store. The ROI on fixing the core is measurable, not speculative.
So, if you had to put it in one sentence, what would you say is Starbucks' strategic priority for the next 2 years?
That's a good question. I would say restore the consistency, speed, and quality of the US coffee house experiences first. Mostly because it is our primary revenue engine and the foundation of our global brand. And sequence border growth to follow that repair, not run alongside with it.
So, last question. If this strategy were to be wrong, if the US improves but Starbucks loses its share in China, what do you think that the error could be?
The error would be while executing the repair too slowly, or defining the fix so narrowly that we missed what customers actually experienced. The risk in this strategy is complacency, not direction. I would rather make that defensible mistake, prioritizing the right foundation and move slightly too slowly on expansion than the reverse, expanding aggressively on a weakening base and discovering too late that brand we were exporting had already lost its value.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you so
thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.